In another video, I was asked to explain the secrets of success to be a good voiceover, and the biggest one for me is to have a decent shop window, i.e. a website. For existing clients, the people you've contacted direct and you work on email or phone, you've got a good relationship, they'll never look at your website again. They really won't. Honestly, what's the point? They've got a relationship with you. It's a shop window for new customers. For when existing clients drop off, you need new ones anyway. They're going to find your website through good SEO or just by luck or from a link from you on an email, obviously, with doing your marketing, or from other people. And so it needs to be powerful and professional. If you go on a website and it looks like it was done in the 1980s, and you try clicking on a demo and suddenly a warning thing comes up, you need Adobe Flash to play this. What? Flash? What are we? You know, what century is this? Excuse me. Would you really want to go through all that hassle? So look, you need an up-to-date website that, with all the latest protocols, that looks contemporary and also isn't style over substance. You know, a lot of the big ad agencies, they have these big rolling page things that you keep on going, and it all looks very pretty, but there isn't much substance there. If you really want to do that. But I personally think that you need an awful lot of stuff as soon as you get on your home page, and not too cluttered. Now, I'll show you around my own website in a bit, not because I want to shout my wares at you, but just to show you what I think a decent website for a voiceover should contain. But it should have your email address, your phone number. I think it should have your photograph, although many people say, I don't want to show my photo, I'm a voice artist, don't let daylight in on magic, dear boy. Oh, come off it, please. You do need a photograph. We're all human. And you just need something to say, oh, it's that type of person, you know, it's that age of person. And as soon as they click on your voiceover demos anyway, they can hear you can do kids' voices or older voices or wizards or Santa or whatever. You know, you don't need to have pictures for those, but just a general normal picture of you in your studio or whatever is useful for them. And as well as that, you just need to have a little paragraph about you, your experience, but the all-important demos should be there, your show reels. Audio show reels, and ideally, to make it attractive as well, video show reels. Now, you may be just starting up and you haven't got many things on video yet, but you can create them, and maybe that's something we can talk about another time. But quite often you will get your voice on a video or a TV commercial, whatever, that you've got permission to put on your website, which is fine. So do that if you can, and then you start to make a little collection up. But anyway, let's have a look at my own website and I'll show you around that. So this is my current website, and the first thing you see is what? You can see there's a lot of stuff there. I think voiceovers need that. There's no point having one big, massive page for an image or anything like that. People just want to hear what you sound like. And down the left-hand side here, you can see we've got all these show reels in different styles, not just a compilation, casual and friendly. 3 different types of corporate: deep, informative, and passionate. To me, they are different. Training and learning, e-learning, documentary, industrial. So you can go all down these right through to the end, where I've got some character voices like Halloween and Santa and Butler and all that nonsense as well. There's 30 of them. I could go on, but I think 30 is enough. And if people want to download them, as many agencies want to do, they can either download them separately or click the download or show reels. And to make it more attractive, I've now got the commercials on the other side here. So here we've got embedded in Vimeo various commercials I've done, and these are factual TV, documentary type things, and then video games at the bottom. So the 3 main things I do. Maybe you're totally different, you do different things and you're more proud to show off other things, but that's what I particularly do. Technically, I made this in, well, first of all, the graphic, I did that in Adobe Photoshop. Quite easy to do, with shots of the old studio and bits of me and a logo that I got done by a friend of mine. I laid it all out myself. It's all done in Wix, Wix.com. All these videos aren't uploaded to Wix. They're basically on my Vimeo channel, and you just put the embed code in to Wix, and then you can size them up however you want. All these are MP3s uploaded to Wix. The other thing you may notice is we've got different languages here. I could, if I wanted to, go to the German version or the Spanish version by clicking this one. You see, I do a lot of work for people all around the world, and I think it's
kind of courteous, even if people do speak English around the world, especially in international recording studios where they deal with English people, but it's still a courtesy, isn't it, to have things in different languages. And so that's what I've got these clicky boxes here, and I've had all these things professionally translated. But maybe that's not relevant to you, in which case, forget it, just stick with the English. Now, this goes all the way down to the bottom. Most people will just look at your main page, say, oh yes, he or she is a professional, let's click on them. I think you also need to say to people how to work with you. Some people don't realize you've got a studio, they don't realize you can be directed, all that kind of stuff. I've got kind of instructions here, and again, that's translated in all my different languages as well. I have a separate section on training. There are many people who just want e-learning and training. Again, various styles here for training, voice styles, some of the companies I work for, and also work with a young lady called Katie Brodie, who lives down the road, who comes to use my studio. Very lovely voice, and sometimes we do sessions together where they want a male and a female together. A bit about me doing award ceremonies, voice of God, as they say, and that's about it for the first page. And then on other pages, I've got my rates on a separate page there. I've got characters, character voices. So Santa, I'm trying to plug at the moment, along with Halloween and various other things. Recording this in the autumn, in the fall. And I also do InVision stuff. I have my own chroma key studio where I can appear with various people. There's me and Katie together. We're just on a green screen there, and we key ourselves onto various virtual studios. And there's a shot of me looking very young when I used to work at the BBC. And then there's the old green screen studio. And people can choose what you want to wear. So that's another sort of sideline, but a lucrative one. And if you fancy being in Vision and being your own TV presenter, then there's a Udemy course I've got out that tells you how to present to Vision as well. And I also do audiobooks when I've got time. There's some of the audiobooks I've done over the years, and the deal I have, and just a general contact page, although I do have that on all my other pages as well, with various questions, and also about Voiceover Masterclass, and one of my hobbies, a musical I wrote about Galileo. If you're interested, click on that one, GalileoTheMusical.com. I have fun sometimes writing music, and that's about it for my website. But I think you'll agree that it's neat. You can navigate around it. You may think it's a bit too cluttered, but I don't think so for a voice artist. Remember, the people who are looking for you are advertising agencies. They are independent producers, sometimes the direct client. They just want to know you're professional. You've done stuff in the past, i.e. this stuff on the right with the commercials. You've got a variety of different voices. You're flexible, and they know how much you're going to cost roughly with a sort of rate guide here. I hope you found that useful.